Imagine this: a giant of the ocean, a magnificent whale, after living for decades, finally takes its last breath. Its colossal body, as large as a school bus, slowly drifts toward the ocean floor, sinking into the eternal darkness of the deep sea. But this is not the end. In fact, this is just the beginning of something extraordinary. Deep beneath the waves, where no sunlight ever reaches, the body of this fallen giant will give life to an entire underwater ecosystem that will last for centuries. This is a whale fall, one of nature's most astonishing yet rare phenomena. The life cycle of a whale is awe-inspiring. Some species, like the blue whale, can live for over 90 years, ruling the ocean as the largest animal to ever exist. But no matter how powerful, every whale eventually reaches the end of its journey. When a whale dies near the surface, its body may wash ashore. But when it happens in the open ocean, something far more mysterious occurs. Due to the whale's thick layer of blubber, it initially floats for days, attracting scavengers like sharks and seabirds. But as gases escape, the carcass loses buoyancy, and then it begins to fall. It's a slow, silent descent, a journey of thousands of meters into the cold, crushing darkness of the deep sea. And when it finally reaches the ocean floor, that's when things get truly terrifying. The moment a whale's body touches the seabed, the ocean's most ruthless scavengers arrive. This is stage one of a whale fall, called the mobile scavenger stage. And it's brutal. First come the sharks, especially sleeper sharks and six-gill sharks, massive predators that tear through the blubber with their razor-sharp teeth. Next, hagfish and amphipods swarm in, slithering through the rotting flesh, feeding on whatever they can find. But the most disturbing part, these creatures can smell the carcass from miles away, drawn by the scent of death and decay. Within weeks, thousands of scavengers will strip the whale down to its bones. And yet, this is only the beginning of its transformation. Once the flesh is gone, an entirely new ecosystem takes over. This is stage two, known as the enrichment zone. By now, the seabed around the carcass is completely transformed. The whale's bones ooze oil-rich nutrients, creating an environment unlike anywhere else on Earth. Creatures like crabs, worms, and snails flourish in this nutrient-rich oasis, feeding on the remains of fat and cartilage. Even rare deep-sea octopuses and giant isopods appear, feasting on whatever's left. At this stage, a single whale fall can sustain an entire community of life for decades. But the strangest part? Some of these creatures exist nowhere else in the ocean. Their survival depends entirely on dead whales. Now comes the strangest stage of all. Stage 3, the sulfur and bone demolition stage. At this point, only the bones remain, but deep in the shadows, something bizarre is about to happen. Meet Osedax, also known as the bone-eating worm. These creatures have no eyes, no mouth, and no stomach, yet they feed on bones. How? They use acid-secreting tendrils to drill into the bone marrow, breaking down its nutrients. Whale falls are extremely rare, so rare that scientists have only discovered a handful of them. The ocean floor is so vast, and whales are so few in number, that finding one is like discovering a hidden treasure. Yet each whale fall creates a new deep-sea oasis, sustaining life for up to 100 years. It's a reminder of how, even in death, whales shape the ocean in ways we are only beginning to understand. What do you think is the most fascinating part of whale falls? Let us know in the comments below.